Hello everyone and welcome to another I Pick My Butt video. Today we're playing more Rebel Inc. We're doing it on Brutal. We're going to be doing Distance Steep with the banker. And just to show you we're going to be playing without advisors, so when you go to play it, it'll only be easier. So starting off, we're going to be starting right below kind of the main city there, a little bit in the middle. That's Bravo Yankee, and that's going to give us good access to kind of all the areas on the map. And we'll go right into government. We're going to do district representatives, we'll go to civilian, and we're going to be doing services discussions. So one of the big things with the banker is we want to try to maintain between $20 to $30. I think that's kind of a reasonable sweet spot where we'll still gain interest, but we'll still have some money left over to spend. So what we'll do next is we're going to go back into the government tab, and what we're going to focus on this time is outreach office. We'll go back in over to civilian, and we're going to open up those other three that are touching that services discussions. And we'll start off with water supplies on this one. I just think people need water, so I do that one first. Now we go back in, what I would normally do next would be in government, would be universal justice. On this one I really kind of wanted to focus on anti-corruption. It just seemed like a good idea to me because that's what I usually run into is corruption problems on Distance Steep. And then we'll go back over the civilian tab and we'll do medical supplies. So one of the big things you want to keep an eye open for is notifications in this game. The game will kind of throw freebies at you where it'll say something like, your town is not doing enough to fight polio. Significant support levels decrease. When you see one of those, that's where you want to spend that extra $20 or $30 and buy whatever tab it is. So in that case, it'd be polio. And that's going to give you a huge jump on the game itself. And in case you missed it there, we just did universal justice and school regeneration. Now the thing I like about universal justice is when we do that, it's going to open up a tab down at the bottom middle of government, which is going to be local police recruitment. You'll see it right there. That one's really going to be huge for kind of keeping the insurgents from taking over new zones. And it really seems to be helping out in these later brutal boards. So all I have left to do now is just open up those other two tiers in civilian. I believe that's infrastructure and development. And once we do those, we'll go over to government and we're pretty much going to do something called P&R. And if you look at the support down the bottom, it gives a huge jump on it. This is kind of where I want to be before the insurgents come out. There they are right there. What we're going to do now is coalition. We'll save up enough money. We'll drop a national. And then once we get that, I might do an art coalition first, but usually I want to have two coalitions and a national. Keep in mind that the coalitions are going to cause your support level to drop, and you don't want to train more than one national army at a time, because if you do, it's really going to slow down the timing on it. And what we want to focus on now is there's rebel bases that are going to be in the area that these insurgents pop out. So they're going to start out by dropping down 2 insurgents at us. One of the zones that's touching it or the zone that they're in might have an insurgent base. And the way we're going to find that is just kind of by planting the troops in the area or using drones to kind of pinpoint where they are. Now another little thing is if you don't happen to see the rebel base and you notice like a faded question mark somewhere on the map, throw a troop on there immediately because that's going to say there's rebel base right there. It's almost the game giving you a hint saying I'm right here. So pay attention to those. So we're really trying to kind of just box these guys out, keep them under control. Like I said, anti-corruption is huge on this, but we want to try to pinpoint them into a corner where we can surround them and make it where they can't run anywhere. So that's how we're going to eliminate them. And over time, we'll notice a notification for a peace agreement. Once we have it where it says insurgents will refuse is less than 70%, that's a good time to kind of go for it. And if your reputation is okay, we can pretty much choose the middle tier on it, which won't really antagonize the insurgents, make it nice and easy to complete that peace treaty, and just go for the win. But if you are getting low on the reputation, feel free to use that right one. Yes, it will aggravate them a little bit, but if it's necessary, go ahead and do it. The only thing you want to keep in mind is the more zones that they control when you go and you complete that peace treaty will affect you winning the game. Especially a huge thing is that they're controlling one of the main cities there. They could be up to 15 reputation points that you're going to lose just for that one zone. So pay attention to that. You just got to kind of feel it out, get used to it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If this video was helpful for you, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate everybody watching this far on it. And if you can, watch it to the end. Let me know what you think. So I did forget to keep my audio on this, so we had to import some different music in here. So let me know if you think that that's better for you. Do you like the game music or do you like the music in here? Post in the comments below. And remember, I pick my butt.